Spike down B.
All the players contained here in B main. Just gonna cut noise here. Little do they know, Sorella here potentially holding off that rotate. They're just gonna leave Kurbsky there on that A site. Now they have 3 players. Sin gets a big greedy tries to get the trade out. The wall is baited out, and I Love Latinas gets stuck on the other side. Dizzy capitalizing off of his own utility, and at this point they're just gonna have to speed up. Ratty Daddy out of the smoke with a prowler. Zednark finds 2, and Ratty Daddy finds that 3rd, and all of a sudden down to the 2v2. The bomb site is secure. Bomb goes down. Zarella with this paranoia in hand. Does he know that Zedinarg lurks so closely? And that's Zedinarg falling, followed shortly by Ratty Daddy. And while it was a valiant effort to try to get themselves back into that round, it ends up being Envy's Gremlins on top of the first pistol round.
Absolutely. For a moment, I thought what's the name? Wingstart had like come back into the round with those both kills from Zednark, but they did not. They were not at least quite able to finish it. Very good performance by Sin, at least in this first round. Those 2 picks in the start where he got them, like he pushed deep into B. It was so crucial for them to win that round. Going into this second one where we see obviously an anti-eco from... oh my god, I'm not very good with names. Sorry guys. Gremlins.
They're going to try to capitalize off this. Careful here. Wasted. Could give up a gun, but finds one. Is able to get out using that refract, and that's huge. Able to keep the gun. Already having that man advantage. Kurbsky finding Zedinarg. And this is just looking worse and worse for Wingstart as they try to make their way through art. They're kind of just stuck here. Nowhere to go. Dizzy closing in through connector. Just going to play this cheeky close angle. Do they swing? They don't check it. Good for 1, good for 2. Gets a quick reload before right-clicking on the Latinas.
Oh no.
With the knife, and they are able to keep plenty of their guns. And that is going to be a great anti-eco round for Envy's Gremlins.
Yeah, what an anti-eco there by Envy's Gremlins, to be honest. So far they're doing great. I mean, this is actually the real fight for them. Are they going to be able to at least hurt their eco in this bonus round? They need to. If they manage to get like 3 weapons off their hands, Wingstart's gonna have very, very bad open into this game. Going into this bit of a default, question mark?
Yeah, I'm interested to see how Wingstart go about this anti-bonus round. Looks like Verm already has a new Vandal skin. If we get it, switch over to Verm here, the Jet, with the rocking the new Vandal skin. Ooh, I wonder if it's upgraded or if it's stiff. I Love Latinas is going to be flashing in. Flash comes out. Do they know they're running into the 3-stack bomb site? Verm gets blinded as he goes in. On top of Market, though.
No.
Verm finds 2, and that's a free site for them. 3 players running all the way over, sprinting from that B side. And Verm's going to try to find Cypher. Oh, never mind. Cypher's on the team. Dizzy starts off the retake, finds I Love Latinas. Got caught lacking there. And beats me with the instant trade. Zedinarg is going to start the ticking clock. Verm with the 4K. Showing off that new Vandal skin.
Yeah, Zedinarg's flank was not even necessary there. Verm was able to close off with that 4K. Getting Wingstart their first round in the game now. Actually, this is the only round where he got kills. And he started with 4K, so we'll see how it goes. A very good round by Wingstart. Okay, this slow in the start, and they decided to all of a sudden speed up A. It kind of worked, but I don't think it's going to keep working, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. While it was a convincing anti-bonus, I think they are going to have a bit of a challenge here. Only having 4 rifles, I Love Latinas not having any money, so You know, it's going to be a full buy versus full buy around here mostly. And they're just going to go with another A-pop here, just going off what worked last time. Little did they know, Dizzy has moved his site setup here. Verm's the only one on site, completely isolated. Going to be stuck in these thorns here, sitting market. Spots Zarella on the box. And Dizzy trying to get a swing. Does, but Verm aim is so lethal. Wasted, though, finding the trade. That's going to give him a little consolation prize on the retake. I Love Latina so weak, and Kurbsky takes advantage of that. Does he know? Bizmi stuck in church there. Bizmi gets taken down in combination with that flash from the breach. Wasted is going to be swinging out. Chooses to play his life there, and it's all down to ZD Narg. Finds two, and Kurbsky, very close round, but is able to stick that defuse.
Yeah, ZD Narg did try to make the impossible there with those two kills in the end, but he was not quite able to finish it. And Kurbsky did go on to be the winner and third round on the board for Gremlins. Envy's Gremlins. Sorry. Yeah, so I mean, Wingstart is playing like 5-stack in one side, which is something that at least whenever I coach team or something, I do not recommend. Like, it's not the best tactic.
Yeah, I think that's an excellent adaptation from Envy's Gremlins, putting the Vise over on the A side. We got instant action here. Sin finding the Phoenix before Rat Daddy gets the trade, and it's Verm. Put a Vandal in his hands and let him go to work. Verm just slicing through the site like a knife in warm butter. And Visol comes out. That's going to be no weapons. Wasted takes down Verm. That's going to be an ult gone for Verm. Try to pop the knives to, you know, hold off that push, that retake after the Visol. And now it's just down to ZD Narg after the lurk through mid. Nice shot there. Can he find the remaining two players? They're just going to hold this angle here. Little jump peek out. Doesn't get any info off the camera. Just baiting out the shots here. Finds Wasted with an excellent shot, but Dizzy is quick on that trade. I must say, Scipio, this Wingstart team has some nice shooters in ZD Narg and Verm.
They do, but they do lack playing together. That thing that they do lack, for now at least. Like, all the tactics rely on the fact that ZD Narg and Verm are gonna frag. If they don't frag, or at least, or if they don't finish the round, it's lost cause. I hate to say it, but it is. In the start of the round, actually, I was gonna criticize the fact that Gremlin did give 2 picks on B in the start of the round, but they did manage to recover on that. As we go into this mid push,
it's gonna be an eco round here. Good damage done to Wasted, but he does find the one pick in mid. Smoke's gonna come out. Can they get this mid rush here delayed? Excellent util delaying that push, but Verm with the Sheriff on the other side though. Bizmi catches Zarella lacking, but look at Sin on this crazy lurk all the way into attacker spawn. They're gonna pivot here off that noise through Art and just have a free bomb site. I don't think Sin knows that the bomb's going down. Bomb goes down, and now the two duelists from Wingstart are going to make their way over, try to catch someone lacking through Link here. And Sin could have an insane timing they need to clear Ratty Daddy here.
oh my god.
Sin has a great timing, but whips his shots. Oh no! Even with the blinds, gets Verm down to 1 HP, but unable to find it. And all of a sudden, this could be unwinnable. Kurbsky goes down and Bizmi with the 3K, completing the thrifty round for Wingstart.
I mean, this was more like a Gremlins flop than a Wingstart. Like, it was just a series of unfortunate events that led into this thrifty round for Wingstart. Like, Wingstart did not do something out of the imaginary. It's just the fact that Gremlins did not cover mid as it should. The whiff from Sin, the fact that Wasted did not kill like Ratty Daddy into B ramp, all those things combined did make this round go for Wingstart.
They're going. Look at this adjustment here from Envy's Gremlins going all the way through mid 4-man. ZD Narg with that neural theft is going to expose their game plan here. ZDNARG, they needed that trade. And this Vise Util is doing an excellent job of stalling this A push. Dizzy stuck all the way in art. I think I Love Latinas knows that. But after the wall, I Love Latinas gets no value from the run it back here. Verm with the Vandal in hand. Dizzy will fall if he chooses to swing out. Finally recruiting the help of his teammates. Swings out, nothing from the stun, but that paranoia is huge. Beesme with the ult in hand, ready to fire it if necessary. Beesme takes Kerbsky down after recovering from that flash. Verm put on extremely low HP as the clock ticks down. Sin, they needed that entry pick. Sin with the 3K, but it's not enough as Ratty Daddy sweeps away, cleans up the mess that could have been a reverse thrifty, honestly.
It was so close to it. If Ratty Daddy, who was, by the way, our production fellow Marceline, like, I mean, I don't even expect Ratty Daddy. Okay, the time was slow, but Ratty Daddy did get with those skills the round, basically, and I don't know what to say. The mid play was so good by Gremlins. Like, it was a good adaptation by them. Okay, they lost person in the start of the round, but then they recovered, and just, again, a series of unfortunate events that led them to lose a round as we go into this slow push, question mark?
Yeah, I guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But little do they know, with the stronger weapons, they're going to have more of an A presence here. Dizzy waiting patiently to play off that utility. They're making no noise, just leaving ZDNARG here to hold that mid space. Verm knows that the wall is there. Baits up with Zarella. Takes advantage. Oh, that finds two all of a sudden. And it's looking like Wingstart have no response to this. They have nowhere to go.
They lost.
Gonna have to rely on this art. But Dizzy spots out the art push from ZDNARG with a couple of whiffed shots there from the Cypher. Dizzy is able to take the other Sentinel down. Kerbsky.
He's already here.
Nearly misses those shots. It's all down to Verm in the 1v5. It's not impossible. We've seen people do it before, but does Verm have it in him? Needs to start with taking down Kerbsky, but with all of the players just converging on this B site, he has nothing to do but go in through this uphill battle. Finds two, and it's Zarella. What an individual round from Zarella there. They needed someone to step up, and the Omen was that person for Envy's Gremlins.
Yeah, he was able to, and as you said, Verm was maybe able to win this round, even though it's 1v5, but the fact that it was like 30 seconds left and didn't even have like spike, there was no option to rotate because of the lack of time, so it was, I mean, I would have gone for the save, to be honest, but they do have an eco that would at least get them this round. I don't know about next, though. If they lose this, it's going to be an eco for them next.
They definitely do not have any sort of complicated game plans going on here. Wingstart kind of just going for 5-man, maybe 4-man pushes with the lurk through mid, but we're gonna see if it works out here. 4 players already on the B side. It's not looking too good. Here comes the rolling thunder from Kerbsky. Zarella takes advantage of Verm, who just couldn't do anything.
You called the rotate here, though.
That push is completely startled and no presence on the B site at all, not even in halls. They just, with that rolling thunder, the counter, they were able to take, or unable to take any space, excuse me. They did cut noise, but do they know there's still presence to be made? Yep, the Cypher was spotted. Ratty Daddy here in a very, very tricky position. Needs to get out. Kerbsky is just playing for info. Teammates waiting, holding street, ready to play off of him. With the rotates there, I Love Latinas taking advantage of the lack of noise. Swings right into the breach. Kerbsky with a spray through the smoke. Zarella getting one as well. And this is just an absolute slaughterfest on the B side here. Ratty Daddy's been stuck in this corner all round. Stun comes out, finding the fade, and surely Sin clears this. Yeah. Yep, there it is.
I mean, What do you expect if you just keep on 5 men pushing AB, AB, AB every single time, and then you give them just given one-on-one fights basically, like you're just peeking sight one by one through the smoke. You cannot expect another outcome. Like you have to change something, especially now you're forced into an eco round. And not even trying to rotate in the middle of the round, so something needs to change for Wingstart. It seems to be at least they're a bit tilt peak and everything.
Couldn't agree more. And I wonder if we're going to start to see some of those changes, especially after they get off this weaker buy round. Wasted and Zarella holding this mid angle with the stronger weapons. It should be an easy cleanup, but you never know. Something unexpected could easily happen here. Wasted with the Phantom in hand, just waiting for someone to come through into his crosshairs and to take the safe position, waiting for Zarella to play off this positioning. Verm and the rest of Wingstart find their way, making their way through Art, capitalizing off that util. Beesme trying to take advantage of the noise created on the opposite side of the map, and it's Wasted opening us up here in the 10th round.
Just looking to flank them, I guess. I don't know.
That's no more smokes for Wingstart. They're gonna have to commit to a site, and they're gonna have so many angles to worry about with all the util, all of the stall. It's not looking good here. But Isla Latina's after the flash. Not calm aim at all, and unfortunately cannot get any value off of that flash. And Ratty Daddy yet again is the last to live, but quickly falls, this time at the hands of Kurbsky.
I mean, this round was a bit different than the usual rounds. They did try to take space up mid, but the difference in weapons was so big in a way that it was not obvious. It was not possible. So yeah, I mean, they need to do the same, but now with weapons, it could work. Their theory could work. Like they had so much space, they even got into connector, mid connector, but they need to do it now, not now like just 5 men pushing everything with these weapons.
It looks like they are going to try to focus here on this mid lane. I Love Latinas could open us up in the round there at the B mid angle.
Nice.
As I say that, it's Beesme taking down Zarella. And I think Wingstart is going to want to capitalize on that pick, try to take the space, but you know, from our angle, we can easily tell they're going to run into the stronger side of the map here. With Wasted holding off the rotate. Gets a little greedy, peeking out on Vermin. All of a sudden, with another pick from Kurbsky, the advantage has completely shifted. Now falling into the hands of Envy's Gremlins. A nice pick from ZDNarg, and now it's anyone's game here. They need to just push straight into this site, but with all that stall util that they failed to clear out, ZDNarg barely keeping his team in this round. Sin with a swing off of that confusion, and now it's just too little, too late. Score is currently 8-3 going into the last round of the first half.
I mean, what can I say? Like, they had an advantage that they got in the start. They took off their smokes, basically. I believe Cyrilla was the first one to die. So basically, defenders had no smokes, but they still pushed the Senti, which is, I don't know why to be honest. I couldn't explain it. Maybe they thought he wasn't there. I don't know. But yeah, they shouldn't have done that. They should at least try to rotate.
They're going back to this 5-man push here. Sin holding off that angle with what looks to be an op. Hot Hands is going to come out, holding off that hall push. And Sin just absolutely tearing through that smoke, but Verm with the jet knives is going to be able to trade. I Love Latina is extremely low, no value from that running back, excuse me. And now it's just a clash. 3 versus 3. Can Wingstart hold on to the site? Beesme is going to be caught out in the open trying to capture that Odin. And now it's ZDNarg on site, just a classic in hand after that Visal gets spotted out, and it's Kurbsky and Dizzy teaming up 1 each and cleaning up the round. I mean, that is just a suffocating retake.
Yeah, it's gonna be 9-3 now, which is I don't know if you feel the same as me, but I feel like
Switching
8-4 and 9-3, there's a big difference. I don't know why. At least in my mental, when I play game, when it's 9-3 and 8-4, I feel like when 8-4, it's much easier to come back. Anyways,
Yeah,
that's a bit
especially if you were to win the first 2 rounds. I 100% agree.
yeah, it's 8-6, then like it's anyone's game basically, but th- they should do something on this defense, especially with that Cypher. It's a good, even though it's not as good as it was, but Cypher is still a good pick on this map. He can do some things, especially now. They seem to be pushing the A side. Sorry, I forgot. Their name's Gremlins, yeah. Gremlins is pushing the A side now, pushing the Senti. If they do not rotate, they have a real chance in win this pistol. They win this pistol. Maybe they go on to win the bonus, and it's going to be a revived game at least.
I think the Vise util is going to be a lot more valuable for that stall, especially with the wall and those thorns. It's going to be interesting to see
Yeah,
if
they did use
ZD Narg is going to have
oh,
the same sort of impact. ZD Narg is caught back sight, wasted, making his way all the way into sight. And it's Kurbsky getting that spike down. They have complete control of this bomb site, looking like they're going to be pushing backside here, trying to take the space, scaling up here. They just have this whole angle, so much control here. Sin takes a little bit of damage, and they are just going to choose to back off here. I Love Latinas starting this retake. It's going to be Beesme opening us up with the picks, but it's 3 on the board for Envy's Gremlin, excuse me, and Starella with the 3K. I mean, it's there. It looks like so far they're just going to continue this domination through to their attack half. Envy's Gremlins.
yeah, the round was over the moment Cypher died into sight looking in the pillar. I don't know why he was looking there. Maybe he did not hear the waylay going behind him. I'm not sure, but yeah. And I cannot explain it personally, but the 5-man pushes are working for Gremlins. At least my theory is because they're waiting a bit, then pushing, then like they're timing it better than how. Oh my god, you speak, man. Div. Okay.
All of a sudden, choosing the complete opposite side of the map here as Envy's Gremlins and make their way into the site. Strong weapons in hand. Verm with a little bit of a force buy on the Marshall, trying to get any value, but Kurbsky spots him through the smoke. And that's going to open us up in this round here. Was a 5v5 retake until Kurbsky with that pick quickly changed the momentum this round.
Open difference.
And I feel like any hopes of getting that anti-eco round for Wingstart are quickly dwindling as Dizzy with this Spectre has found so much value. I Love Latinas does manage to get an extra pick, but eventually they are just run over.
11-3 now by round.
I feel like, you know, sometimes this just happens in FLV where we see one team that just has domination over the other team, and there's really nothing you can do about it at this point. If you're Wingstart, you just have to try and get as much value out of this game to set yourself up for playoffs later down the line.
Fair enough. I just want to say one thing, the fact that we've seen loads of this model of games, one team dominating the other. I think we've seen like multiple 13-2s and 13-5s, which we did not get to see many of them, unfortunately, but yeah.
ZD Narg all alone in back halls with Verm quickly to his aid. Sin making his way all the way into sight. Verm gets taken down. You hate to see it as ZD Narg gets one but is instantly traded. That's back halls cleared for the Envy's Gremlins, and now I Love Latinas here in CT making his way through under heaven. That one-way smoke comes out, the flash, the Guardian shots, and I Love Latinas just can't find any value out of his life. Wasted, taking down yet another Wingstart player. And this is just sad to see.
It's a complete massacre. Let's say it as it is. It's a complete massacre. There feels to be like at least some tilting from Wingstart that's causing this. This was like, it felt at least like lost cause from the moment that I saw them just tilt peeking everything, just giving 1v1s. That's it. They're not even trying to play together. They're not given any tactics. They're not. Yeah, it feels like lost cause for them as we go into this again. A push for gremlins.
Burn playing the pillar. Is he going to be expected in this spot? Only has the dash kid to get out, and it feels like he kind of just threw away his life there. Now the other two players from Wingstart are just rushing to get to their teammates, to get to help. Ratty Daddy sitting backside with the shorty. Wasted somehow making his entry with the op. Barely lifts that shot, and Ratty Daddy quickly traded out. And it's looking like it's everything but over. We're going to just clear comms here and let Bees and me go to work.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that is not the case. And that is going to be game over. 13-3 is your final score as Envy's Gremlins take down Wingstart.
Quite a game. I mean, after this game, Wingstart have to reset, have to see where did it go all downhill. What's the moment that might have tilted the entire team into this? I cannot describe this with any words other than massacre. That all of the team felt like off this game. Verm did make like a bit of presence at least early in the game, and then he also fell off. He also started giving, unfortunately, picks, one by one picks. Like he just threw his life in the last round, as he said. Yeah, not much else to be said about the game, to be honest.
Yeah, it's looking like some of the Envy's Gremlins players are eager to get interviews. So Skippy and anyone, do you want to interview in particular? I think we should just pick one person to interview. I think
Wasted.
I think Wasted. I think Wasted had a good game.
Absolutely, guys. It was this after this game, at least from my point of view, Wingstart have to reset after this and at least do a vote review since this game gets streamed, fortunately for them. They need to see where did their mentality go off? Where did they decide to just throw the game? Because that is what happened. We cannot say it in any better way. They just threw that game by giving 1v1s, by peeking one by one. I'm gonna say again because that's the most thing that I've seen, at least from my point of view. So yeah, as I'm waiting for my friend here to get the interview with.
Yeah, Ladybug, could you drag
I could do that. Yeah.
It's Wasted Head Gremlin.
Okay. Yeah. Where in which room exactly?
In Match PC 1.
Okay. Hello.
Hello. For those who don't know, we are joined by Wasted, who was the waylay on Envy's Gremlins. How you feeling?
I feel great, man. I think the first game was just a fluke game. You know, we were just figuring out like our team synergy, but ever since we figured out like the roles and like we've been locked in. Like, what can I say?
Yeah, you absolutely did, and you assorted your dominance today, and you basically tilted the enemy team with that waylay. I can't even lie.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. What can I say?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. You're kind of cringe.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Just want to let you know, FLV Production does not associate in any way with this gentleman. Wasted. We don't approve of his.
They hate me, guys.
Tactics. No, I'm just trolling. But you want to comment on anything in particular? Maybe like just how you felt going into this game, or
I think we felt really confident going into this game because we prepped, and then the first game we played was just like kind of like, you know, growing pains because like it was a first team put together. I put together this team from like 4 random friends that I've never played together, so it was kind of like only up from there. You know what I mean? And like we were just really confident.
Yeah. How did the team's comms go when you felt like you dominated this game? Like, did you just know it?
Yeah, no, we were all like really hyped. But by like the end of the half, we were like, we knew we got the shit in the bag. Like, come on.
Yeah, it was a 9-3 half. I can't blame you.
So,
Like, oh my god. So, did you go with any tactics, any preparation beforehand?
no,
Like,
honestly,
anything?
we did was just discuss like the characters we'd play. Besides that, not really. We didn't have like any like plans, anything. We just kind of just went in.